Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. I want to welcome each and every single one of you. Thank you for joining in on my crazy podcast. This podcast on Sundays is to go over what I've been up to over this past week. Now, if you're getting a notification to see this on Saturday and you have no idea why you're seeing it on Saturday, it's because during the live on Thursday night spin and chat, some of the amazing viewers gift out occasionally memberships, and you've received one. Now you'll get 30 days worth of being a member here, and those memberships are based on the emojis. During the live or in the comments section of videos, you can use these emojis that I built specifically for those members. So you can check out those really cool emojis as a membership. And occasionally I put out members only content, whether it is community post or it's a video from around the farm or even an occasional members only live. I don't do a lot of them. I don't have a lot of time to get to that. As I said, we do have a farm. So I do a lot of work in here in the craft room, and then I also have a lot of farm work to do as well. But sometimes I do take you with me, and that is generally a members only thing where you get to see some of the farm stuff. Occasionally regular subscriber family members, you are my YouTube family, so you guys get to see a live where I'm actually out in one of the fields and I'm doing a spin and chat out there. I'm spinning yarn out in the field, and you get to go and hang out with me out there. Occasionally, it's happened a couple of times, but at any rate, my podcast is what I've been up to, what goes on here on this channel, just so you have a little heads up. And okay, so we have knitting. I am a designer for a lot of different things that are knitting, crocheting, needle tatting, Tunisian crochet, different stuff like that. There's all kinds of different things. So if you're looking for something in particular, like say crocheted sock, I do have one of those. You can type it in and look for it, or you can go to the playlist, and there's different playlists. You want knitted socks, I have knitted socks. I have different types of knitted heels and toes, and from toe up and from cuff down, and shawls and all kinds of different things, cowls. You can go poke around. Now please be forgiving of those older videos. You know, when we all first start out, we're not real up on our smooth recording, and I still ain't. So, you know, but it was really bad to begin with, and I am looking at different videos to redo from back then. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get into what I've been up to. It's been a little less. I've kind of lost my crojo, if you will. For the past couple of weeks and still today, I am in quite a bit of back pain. A little bit better today than previously, but it's not been real great for the past couple of weeks for me to be able to do videos. I'm doing them and I'm designing and I'm doing the work, but my body is just like not feeling it. So anyway, let's get into some happier stuff. What have I been able to do? I did finish a diamond painting that I was working on quite a while back, and I keep forgetting to show you all, so I'll show you that first. I did finish the boots and flag diamond painting, so it is done and can go in the portfolio when I get one. So let me set it out of the way. I also did 5 hats for Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. A lot of you, well, I've done more than that, but five hats on the Addy this week for Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. As some of you know and some of you don't know, K&K Crochet is Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. Their information will be linked down below, as well as anybody else I talk about, any other channels I talk about. So here is hat 1, and it is the same inside and out. It is double layered. And here is hat 2. Now it is gray on the inside, because I only had so much left of that skein. It was a full skein, but it didn't make 2 complete hats. This was another partial skein, and it is double-sided. It looks the same inside and out. So that's hat 3. Then there is this one. That is hat 4. Again, it is the same inside and out. That is my labels. These are all, I love this yarn. So I had a bunch on the shelf, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make some hats with it real quick on the Addy. I can stand next to the Addy and work them up and not have to sit in any chairs for any length of period of time. So here is the 5th one, and again, it is the same inside and out. Let's see, I am working up a crocheted hat pattern to, well, I worked it up, I finished it, to record for next week. It is a simple hat. It isn't too overly complicated, but there is a little bit of a design in the hat. So here is that beanie, and this one's purple, but I will probably do the one for the tutorial in a maybe silver or mosaic or something like that. This is more about the hat than and the color than the stitch. So if you're wanting to do something that you want to use up some like variegated or self-striping or something like that, that you have, that you want to incorporate it, but you don't want to take, normally you don't use it because you don't want to take away from the stitch, this is a good hat to use that yarn with. So I may be using Mosaic by Premier. This is Everyday Premier. Anti-pilling. It is an amazing yarn. I love it. But this hat I will be recording this week for Wednesday, so it should be out Wednesday. I also finished working on, last week we did some more blending with some fiber that was gifted to me, and added sparkle to it and kind of just did some stuff with it. So I do have a video coming out on a follow-up on that on this coming Monday. Yeah, so this Monday will be the follow-up on it, where I show you it being spun, a little bit of it being spun as a single, then plied, and then worked up in a knitted swatch and a crochet swatch. Last thing on the fiber art side is my study of the Christmas cookie crochet along, make along with Mikey. Crochet Crowd. Sorry, I am just out of it. So I've been working on it. I have about a round and a half to finish the part 3. And then I have one more part to finish. So here I am on it. I am really enjoying working on this. Just kind of mindlessly. I'm not having to really think too much about it. I look and see what the next round repeat is, and that's what I sit back and do, and watch a movie late in the evening, and that's just what I work on. So that is almost done with part 3, and then I'll begin part 4. and finish that up. The yarn I'm using for that is just some leftover mandalas that I've had laying around, and I just put them together and have been working it up with that. Next up, I have Lampworking. If you were here this past Thursday night, I had a just awesome guest, Miss Robin from Scottwood Research. She is an amazing person with her lamp working, and all the way back to blown glass. She just is awesome when it comes to working with glass. She has been my go-to person. I love learning from her. She's an amazing teacher, and I found out she actually was a glass teacher, so that was really cool as well. But Thursday night I had her up as a guest on the live, and it was really cool to learn so much more about somebody that I've really enjoyed following. So I'm going to show you, to start with, the random beads that I made this week. All right, so we have some ivory beads. We have a white bead with some twisted cane that I made, purples and greens. Then we have two deep red beads, and that has scrolling on it. And then we have a black one with a little bit of scrolling and some red dots. We have orange and black over white coated. It's encased in clear. Then I work some more sizes of smaller beads in solids as well as transparent. Then I have a flattened out bead that I was just playing with black and white. Then I have this purple one here. And then this last one that I have is really cool. I did a video on it, and it was just playing around with basically like glass dust almost. I mean, just little bits and pieces, and it turned out really cool. It's different. It's not clear, but yet it's not a specific color, but yet it's a mixture of colors. It's really cool. Next, I made my newest favorite. That is, let me turn it over so you can see a little bit more of the other side of it. So that is a twisted cane that I made right here, and I wrapped it around the black bead that I started with, and then I coated it all. I actually laid in some black stringer in between the wraps of twisted cane, and then I encased it all in clear, so it's really huge. And there's some more of those beads that I was making, but I love this one. Next, I have some stitch markers and earrings. First, I'll show the stitch marker side. That is a bumblebee that I made for my friend, stinger and all. Let's see if I can get it. Little stinger in the eyes, and then it's over a little pink flower because she loves pink. This is more playing with scrolling and dots, both of these. And then there's more scrolling going on, and some more of the reason I was making those different size beads right here. So that is the earrings. So that is the beadwork that I did this week. Sit around and work on making these beads. A lot of these are practice sessions. Like a day was spent working on these style beads here, working on getting the smallest of the smallest, and also more uniform looking as well, and different colors. So that was one day. Another day was the scrolling and working on different scrolling techniques. and then another day playing with this. So there's a lot of different elements. Like this particular one, it takes 2 different sessions really, because you have to create the twisty, which is twisted colors. You pull out a bunch of colors together. It's really cool. I'm not quite there yet as far as making a video on it, but it's a lot of fun. But you have to make that, and it has to cool down before you can grab hold of it and start wrapping it around another bead. So it's like a 2-part thing to create that bead. It's really a lot of fun. So that is it for me today as far as what I've been up to over this past week. Everything is like in spurts, but we got it done. So next up, we have the viewers, you guys, the ones who shared over in the Facebook group or sent me an email. I want to thank you all for just sharing your work with the rest of us. And let's go ahead and start going over all of your work. I know everybody enjoys seeing everybody's work because it's inspiring to see what other people have been up to. So the first one, we have Miss Cecilia Talent coming in first off with a beautiful scarf. She's finished this shell stitch scarf. It's been on the hook for at least 2 years. The yarn is Premier DK Color in Picnic. A 5mm hook was used. I love it. It is so pretty. Thank you so much, Cecilia, for sharing that. Next, we have Denise E. Crochet and Yarn Addict. She is bringing us a baby Afghan for her granddaughter who will be arriving on the 9th through the 15th. Congratulations, Denise. Woohoo! We love our grandbabies. I know I love mine. And she said this was a Hirschner kit. So check this out. It is super pretty. I love how things go from round to, you know, like chevron, or, you know, it changes shape throughout and then squares out. I think that's super cool. Nice job. Love the colors that are in that kit, and the pattern itself is really cool. So congratulations again, Denise. And next we have Miss Sharon. Sharon loves purple. So she is working on a cross stitch, and I love this cross stitch. It's got the cats, and then it's got the cats. It is so pretty. So here is a picture of what it looks like when it's completed. And then there's the picture of what you see when you start working on it. It's all different colors from what it'll be in the end. That's why I wanted to show both pictures. It's super cool. Miss Sharon is also working on a knitted shawl. So here's that. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a real simple and easy crescent shape where you just add a stitch on one side and every row is knitted. So you knit back and forth, and at the end of the row, you add a stitch on the one side only. So it creates this crescent shape, kind of like I did for the You're the Inspiration shawl, which is a crocheted version of a crescent shape. And then she also started another one, started a second one. Check out this beautiful tiger. Oh, I love tigers. I used to draw them a lot. Check this tiger out. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is what it looks like right now on the ring, getting ready to start it. So it's a little different as, you know, you see it in the color. Now this is these particular cross stitches, I love them because you can see the color. Now I've done a little bit and I'm not a fan of cross stitch, but I think it's much nicer for some of us to see the picture and the colors to work off of. Other people don't like that, and they just want the, a flat piece of canvas, and they work up it on their own and do the math. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Give me the picture already painted on there. And then after you've finished it, you soak it and rinse it out, and that color that you worked over the top of disappears. So those are those are really, really neat. Thank you so much for sharing your progress as it is coming along with that. That is super cool. I want to thank you again, each and every one of you, for being here. And thank you for bearing with me today, and every day for that matter. We all don't know what's going on that side of the camera, and it could be your side or it could be mine. So just be mindful of that when you're talking to somebody, and keep in mind that maybe they got something going on that you're not so sure of, and give them a little bit of leeway. Kind of like my friends over at K&K Crochet say, you don't know someone else's journey, and I'm not going to take that from them, but it's true. You don't know what somebody else is going through, so kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, everyone. With that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you once again for hanging out with me. Be blessed, be a blessing, and let's go ahead and roll those membership credits. And thank you all for being members, and thank you all for being a part of my YouTube family. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.